what Andre is going to be going over today. Viva Combo is a family service of providing the vaccine of the forest. Combo medicine in a safe and sacred environment at 8 Chakra Studio or wherever we travel with the medicines. Combo is a natural medicine for healing the mind, body, and soul, and it is extracted from the waxy monkey tree frog. The frogs are unharmed in the process. Amazon tribes use Kambo for hunting and to clear Panama, the indigenous term for bad luck. They see bad luck as a fog that clouds the mind and aura stored in your cells by stress and bad memories. It has also been used for infertility issues, and hopefully you can talk about that because I have a testimonial about that from someone else. And Kambo is one of the strongest anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, antimicrobial, and basically a natural vaccine from the jungle. So we're gonna bring Andre on now. Hey, brother.
How you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
Hi,
Perfect.
Andre. So nice to see you on here.
Likewise, Joan. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to
Nice,
hearing
nice.
what you say about combo, especially
Yeah.
with COVID
Yeah.
and antibacterial.
Yes.
So,
We and
Yes.
let me just say this before you go into that.
Okay.
Um, when COVID started, the first few months, Sol and I were all over the place. We even traveled 16
Yeah.
states and we went to Vegas twice, not to gamble, but just to kind of see how it was. And so when I came back, I was like, kind of like, hopefully I didn't get the COVID. So the first thing I did was go to you to have a combo session to reset my entire body. And I really feel that it helped a lot. So I'm curious to know too how people are kind of approaching combo right now due to COVID.
wow, this is really new information for me too.
Okay,
So
take it
Yeah.
away, brother.
take it away.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you for the time to share my knowledge, my experience, and all the wisdom I have accumulated my whole lifetime and probably past lifetimes. But just kind of jump on that COVID topic. Ever since kind of COVID, I noticed there's been a big pickup in people, obviously wanting to, heal their mind, body, and soul, but just overall look for a different holistic way of medicine or something. I've literally had people that were literally scared to go to the hospitals, elderlies who literally were telling me they felt like they were going to be put to their death there, basically, more or less. And so, um, I've had a different pickup of attendees for all our combo ceremonies here at the studio, private sessions on the weekdays. But overall, I could say most people that I know, I would say, I don't know if I had to put it to an average or number percentage, I would say like 90, 95% people that I know that have participated in working with combo. At least maybe more than once. I've had people that have been gone for at least a couple more, like a little over a year. Those are the people that might have been supposedly, diagnosed with the COVID. And so those people may, their immune systems after a year or whatever, their diets or whatever, they might have been living down and they might have gotten that little flu or however you want to look at that virus and they overcame it. But mostly I would say like 95% people who have been working with Combo this past year or so, more on a regular basis, whether they come, once a month, once a season or so, just for that boost and everything. No one has gotten COVID to my knowledge. I hadn't had anyone pass away that have done combo and gotten coronavirus or anything to at least my knowledge, more or less. But yeah, I don't know where should I guess I just keep going on combo, right? So a little bit of real quick before I just jump into all that combo, a little bit about myself, a little introduction. Andre Sandoval, or in my studio here at Chakra Studio. I teach Kundalini yoga, meditation, and yeah, we started implementing combo ceremonies into this space probably about 4 or 5 years now. I've been working with plant medicines for about 20 years of my life, and it kind of just took a big difference path on my journey in 2012. I gave up alcohol. I moved back here to my hometown, Santa Ana, California, and jumped into the Native American church, peyote way and teepee way, and that kind of gave me a lot of discipline to be where I am at now, and to, I would say, hold this medicine and really walk with this medicine in a good, righteous way. And for peyote, got into like ayahuasca. I, I kind of eventually led to Kambo, as me and my partner, my wife, was searching for a way to help us deal with the fertility issues of not, of her being told she couldn't bear any more children. I was the stepfather to other children, and I wanted my own, and so we sought out Kambo, and had a studio up in LA at the time, and I had this place going on, and just helping facilitate the brothers of our, and that's how we kind of just got dove right into it, and became weekly pretty shortly, so we could offer this medicine to people who were seeking the full maybe cleanse. Some people would, or some tribes would recommend doing the 3 to 4 combo sessions within a lunar cycle, 28 days or 30 days, however you want to look at it, to really just benefit the maximum benefit of the medicine, and get the full reset, reboot, feel that really rebirth, and I would say like literally resurrection of, from an old self, like just dying off and then being into your new being of who you feel you are. Because when you do 3 sessions, I always tell people, when we do 3 sessions within that month, that time frame, or even more, it's just something so powerful about constantly cleansing, mind, body, and soul, but on a deep, deep cellular level. You just literally feel and look like a new person after those sessions within that month. So I've seen countless numbers of people, lives change, miracles, I would even say, almost in people's lives that have been diagnosed with many different things, like diseases, everything you can think of, things I can't even remember how to pronounce and think of, but things that people have been diagnosed and maybe been on pharmaceuticals or other things that weren't really working for them for, over decades or more. And, they were just tired of feeling, like there was no hope. And they hear something about this medicine that comes from the jungle, and just all the amazing benefits that it is. I know kind of Neil went over a little bit of it, but it is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, anesthetic, and antibiotics of the planet, I believe, like known. Just all the peptides in this frog medicine go into the whole body. It's initially, we traditionally serve it as we burn your skin with a little piece of stick. I should have brought these little props here and showed you guys, but it's a little stick. We burn your skin, almost like an incense size stick, and that's where we basically would say opens the gate for this medicine to travel, or say the spirit of this medicine. And within minutes, it enters the lymphatic system, but as soon as it pretty much hits the heart, imagine it just going through the whole body. You literally sometimes you can feel like every cell in your body vibrating, almost like you have this like life force, like almost like compare it to like anime, like a Dragon Ball Z or something, where like you have this energy in your hands, or it's intense for some people, or most people. Yeah, but you learn to deal with it. You learn to work with it if you sit with it many times, and but it's just a really powerful teacher, medicine cleanse that probably lasts from about 15 to 30 minutes, more or less. That's the intensity of more or less of what we say you're getting well. When I say getting well, I mean purging, right? I would say like 95, 98% people purge throwing up into the buckets, and then, the other small percentage cleanse out the other end in the restroom, or even emotionally, they're crying, or energetically, other ways, and just not just a physical way of purging, but it's a really good medicine. And the intensity, what I said, is like happens here in this space, in this safe space. And but the medicine will continue to work on you for days, weeks, or sometimes even far after. I mean, from the changes that it brings into people's lives, it helps people just overcome many different things, whether they have addictions to hard drugs, pharmaceuticals, or they're just in a toxic relationship, whether it's with a person, a job, or however it may be, a relationship to anything that it can be, somewhat addicting, or something that's no longer healthy for them. Kambo, I saw people the spirit of Kambo, as it enters you, is a real intuitive medicine. It's and it knows exactly where you need the healing, and whether you're conscious of it or not, or even you're setting those intentions for it or not, Kambo, I feel like it literally just kind of like scans the body, goes over all these hundreds of peptides to the body, and that's how you feel it going in, and literally just kind of scans and like focuses on maybe like where there may be toxic diseases or blockages, energetic blockages or stuff like that that needs to be released. And sometimes, we have all types of different blockages out to people, and sometimes the biggest blockages is in our mind. And I see it with combo medicine as um, people, maybe the first time you do it, you're gonna have that resistance, or you're maybe overthinking it. I have a lot of people overthink it. What's going on? Is this a psychedelic? Am I supposed to be tripping out? I'm like, no, it's combo. It's not psychedelic. You're not gonna trip out. It's not psychoactive. It's bioactive, meaning it's going to be going into your body, and you're completely present in this in your space, but it is working wonders all over your body, mind, body, and soul. And it just really, once you're kind of done pretty much getting well, meaning, whatever, purging, you just feel a big increase usually in your energy, luck, stamina, or even fertility issues. Like I said, me and my wife, we're having, and, bam, we have 2 healthy babies now. My son just turned 1. My other daughter is like 2.5. And it's an amazing medicine and what it brings into people's lives. I like I said, you can be conscious of, oh, I want to heal this or not. Like a short story, real quick. I had this this lady who was coming in first to kind of just support her mother. Her mother probably lived a little more traumatic youth, maybe involved in like gang activity and stuff or whatever, in LA and whatnot. And just dealing with stuff from the past. The mother was really ready to move forward, and the daughter was thinking, hey, this is something that will really help her out. And her mother, the daughter had been told 7 years prior that she couldn't bear any more children. How she was sitting up with this medicine in private sessions with her mother and her sisters, after 3 sessions, just 3 sessions, she gets pregnant, and she calls me and she's like, oh, I want to book a 4th session for my mom and my sisters, but not me. I'm like, okay, well, okay, it's okay. And she's like, well, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, wow, congratulations. She's like, do you think it's a combo? I'm like, almost like, duh, yes, it is the combo. Not to be mean, but yeah, she hasn't done anything for her life in the past 7 years. She literally almost like forgot about even having children. All right, just does it 3 times, right? And I never tell anybody on that note. And I don't. I'd be like, I never tell people, oh, like, oh, here's your diagnosis, and combo will heal or cure you from this or that in this many sessions, right? I am not a I tell people I'm humbly, I call myself a medicine man. I'm not a shaman or anything like that. I'm not here a real doctor. Maybe people know me as a nickname as Dr. Dre, but I'm not an official real doctor. I don't give people diagnoses of anything, of any diseases, or tell them any promises of, Kambo will do this for you and that. I will honestly say that I really believe in the power of the mind and the power of the body and human self, the soul, the spirit, to be able to heal yourselves from many things you probably can't even believe, and everything, just through the power of a thought. And obviously with the help of all these medicinal, sacred medicines, whether it's combo, ayahuasca, you got the toad, bufo toad, or even like just a regular hape medicine, stuff like that, sananga, eye drops, all these are really powerful medicines and teachers. I feel when you're using ancestral medicines, with indigenous believing, is that you're healing not only yourself in this time and space, in this body, but you're also healing 7 generations of trauma, your family lineage, and also 7 generations ahead, your children's children in the future. So when, you work with this medicine, I've had, different crazy amount of stories I could go on for days, but just people who weren't in a harmonious relationships or whatever, and had, whether it's in-laws and all that or whatever, they weren't together, but they were still taking care of the children. But just to have like karmic cords being cut and just weird blockages and dissolving right instantaneously almost after these medicines, and just having people like, oh my God, I found my long lost father, I've been missing my whole life. I found him in Mexico. Or hey, I had, my baby's mother, dad called me and wished me a happy Father's Day. And he's never talked to me. He's never liked me. He's never only had bad words to say about me. And all of a sudden, after he does Kambo, his in-law or whatever, his in-laws are reaching out to them and wishing him well and whatnot. So, you know, even the other people who's been long lost, relationships, out of touch with their children or just anyone in their family, and just after they do Kambo, and all of a sudden just somehow energetically, things will get cleared out, and then people get reunited into whatever relationships with those people, and and they start that healing aspect of their journey. But yeah, I kind of I don't know. Hope I'm not going all over the place with this talk.
You're good. You're good. It's perfect.
Okay, cool. All right. Man. But
So
yeah.
if you want us to ask questions at any point, we can. But
Okay,
you're doing well.
all right. Perfect. All right. Well, I'll say a couple of the key things before I'll maybe go into some questions now. Um, I don't want to talk too much on the Western pharmaceutical industry, but I'll say this: that a lot of doctors are saying that antibiotics, humanity is becoming real immune to a lot of the antibiotics that they're receiving for whatever illnesses or whatever they have. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is the World Economic Forum, probably a few years back, several years back, did a study on Kambo, and they literally stated that Kambo is literally, I say, a biofactory of valuable compounds that could be the source of life changing or life saving antibiotics. Meaning that, like, as we said, we're immune to all the antibiotics that Western medicine has produced so far. That they believe that all the peptides in this frog medicine is where, like, literally could help save humanity, right? Obviously, I don't think you can emulate what the frog medicine, what Mother Nature provides for us in a lab, even if you try to synthesize it and whatnot. And I'm sure that they try to do already break out into peptides and what that peptide is good for, and that one's good for, whether it's destroying cancer or depression, whatever. I believe that's cool. Like, Western medicine will probably always do that stuff, but I honestly believe that Mother Nature gives us this medicines, whether it's a mushroom, ayahuasca plant, the peyote, cacti, San Pedro, or this frog, toad medicine, and all that medicine gives us everything we need for that tool, right? All these different tools are valuable in different types of healing and different, I wouldn't say they're all for everybody, but I would say if you use them correctly, with good intentions set in a safe environment, with maybe good people leading you, you could have a really powerful healing experience. And overall, I would just say, Kambo is, I like to say, it's funny, my brother just brought this up last ceremony yesterday. He's I call it a miracle medicine. And I kind of like laughed, but it's kind of true. It's like we've seen so many miracles come into this studio, or even my wife's studio when she had it, of people just lives completely changing. They came in for maybe an injury, a past injury, or say they were depressed, suicidal, everything you could think of, right? Or they just wanted to try something new. They felt maybe stagnant, stuck in life, and nowhere, whatever that was, leading to nowhere, and they wanted looking for something new, right? And something Kambo caught their attention, and they just wanted to try it, and bam, they try it, and all these other aspects out of their lives just start healing. And it's amazing. People came in and for one thing, and they're like, wow, I actually, I got help with my back pain, my knee pain, and I'm playing soccer again, but I also quit drinking alcohol. I quit eating fast food, and doing all that helped him lose like 30, 40 pounds. And he looked like a new person by the time I saw him after his, sixth session, and I was like, wow, I haven't seen him back since, but, I'm sure he's out there loving it, playing soccer again. He was an ex professional soccer player from Mexico. And, once he, messed up his knee, his life took a turn to the worse, and he gained weight, healthy, just drink all this alcohol. But once he found yoga, meditation, came here, then he saw, oh, what are you guys offering Kambo medicine? I thought I'd try it. Who knows what could help me out with, right? And see him 6 months later or whatever, he's a whole different person, and it's amazing. I literally have stories for days of people And I just like love to just soak up that knowledge because I feel as much as I am, a facilitator or whatever, a teacher in one aspects, I'm still a student and I'm always learning from, I hate to say patients or something, my clients, or I don't know, it's not a money, but the people like my soul family. That's how I call it. I say, if you come in here for healing, we're a soul family, right? We're healing on a spiritual level. We probably made these contracts in a past lifetime or on a deeper spiritual level. And we're here reuniting, and maybe it's just here in the sacred space in my studio. I'm created, and these medicines are reuniting us and helping us heal on our own journeys and wherever they may lead us, and into the next chapter of our lives. But overall, I always say Kambo is one of the most powerful ascension tools we can utilize. Because overall, above all the immunity benefits, all that stuff, Kambo is just helps people move forward in life, right? Um, I would say, like, whatever is holding you back, whether you are conscious of it or not, Kambo has a way of teaching you that or bringing that to your awareness, and then either just helping you being that tool to cut those cords, or just like lose those cravings for whatever it may be, of those toxic relationships, toxic foods, toxic drugs, whatever it may be. And then people just start the next chapter of their life and go on to living that part of the journey. And then maybe something, a year down the road, they hit a little bump in the road and like, man, you know what, I want that. What Kambo gave me, last time. I want, I'm in a weird rut. I need a little reboost, a little reboot, and they know the benefits of that medicine. So that I would say that overall, that is like the number one. What people are able to see the changes after, or even I would say that like Kambo is enhances the law of attraction, um, in the sense of like they give it to, indigenous give it to the warriors before they would go hunting into the jungles to cleanse their aura, their mind of that fog, that bad luck, and then they're able to just get whatever they're hunting. So it's like, what are you hunting in life? Are you hunting, emotional happiness, something more material, and you need a new job, a new house, new living situation, everything you can think of, on a spiritual level, you're looking for just to get more deep into your spiritual practices. Kambo will do that. It's like whatever you're setting your intentions for, Kambo has a way of just amplifying that prayer and those intentions and really helping you manifest them. Um, so that is probably like the number one reasons why most people end up returning to the medicine. They're like, man, I got, that job I wanted, or I got a, boost in my raise, and then they come back. They're like, I'm good with that, but I'm sure there's better than more, and so they feel like, Kambo's gonna help them with their prayer, whatever acts in their next stage of life. But man, I think that's pretty much most of the stuff I want to say. I don't know if you want to jump in and start asking some questions, Neil.
Yeah, I got a feeling Jones got something to say.
So I have never used Kambo. Okay. So I'm a real newbie at it.
Okay.
And I am. I'm a real newbie at it now, but I'm very experienced at alternatives to Western medicine because I've been a chiropractor for 40 years, and I've really seen the dangers that our Western way of thinking does. Okay. Kambo feels to me like, so I've had friends who swear by it. It does seem a little challenging to a delicate soul. I mean, I'm just going to be upfront. I have enough trouble with plant medicine.
Mhm.
I think of taking plant medicine and I'm already sick a day before. I mean, I could be retching days before. That's all I can tell you. So now I'm listening to you and I'm going, oh my God, but what about for those of us who are delicate, you know, in
Yeah.
that way? So I want to address this first because I can't be the only one. I know there's people here who
No,
don't
no,
like mosquitoes too. Okay.
no, definitely. I believe it. I thank you for bringing that up because that's something that literally, it's literally I've been working on this past year, and even more recently too. As I've been serving more, I would say elderly people who've been coming into this space, or people who are like, who have beaten, like my dad. Say my dad's, has like a whole list of things. He's had seizures. He's been in hospital so many times. He's had heart issues, mini cardiac arrest, heart attacks, many years ago. But I worked with Kambo with him and a few other people where I learned to serve it in a more gentle way, and it's not so much focusing on throwing up or purging, where um, uh, I could put it. There's different placements of the body where I could put the medicine to be more gentle, whether it's the leg, um, or just even the way I serve it. Say, I have an elderly lady, pretty much was probably your age, more or less, who comes in for combo quite often. Probably say at least a few times a year, at least minimum, like 4 to 5 times. But uh, for her, I only give her a dot. Maybe I'll burn her 2 to 3 dots, and I'll put one on dot on her, and I'll let her sit with that for 5, 10, 15 minutes. And if that feels like she's good, she gets well, and then she gets well. If she wants a little more, then I'll put on a second dot. But just like that way, I know it's way more gentle and it's like not overwhelming, because I know I've seen through other practitioners or other people who just throw in a bunch of medicine, and it's really overwhelming. It's a tough medicine. It's not easy, and that's why a lot of people are scared to do combo, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I hate throwing up." And yeah, I'm not a fan of throwing up. I'll say it myself, as I still learn to burn myself, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta do combo," but like. It's not a pleasant thing, but it's something I've learned to at least work around or make it a little bit easier for people, so that it's not as scary or not as traumatic as those people may think it to be, or they see all those YouTube videos and people going all crazy and whatever, bunch of medicine on them and throwing up and whatever and hating their experience. And
Right.
but there is another thing I'll add to that question. To that thing. I do serve combo with this drink called cassava. Most practitioners don't do it this way. This is the way of the Matsis tribe that serves combo. Cassava is a fermented drink. I brew it here at my studio or my house, and it's basically like a kombucha, a little smoothie. And I give you 2 cups of this prior to placing the combo on you. And because the alternative way is making people drink 2 liters of water, which I've done that way for when I first year I started doing combo. And personally, I'll never go back to doing that way, because I feel it's a little unnecessary. And I feel it's in the end, I feel it's a little shortcut. And I feel once I've learned how to do the cassava, make my own cassava, ferment it and everything, it really helps out the whole process of throwing up, of purging, getting well. It just literally like goes in, you drink it, it lines up the intestines, esophagus, everything to throw it. And it helps pull out all the toxins a lot easier, and it makes it a lot more gentle, a lot more quicker. And I would say overall, sometimes it's just a lot safer than just drinking the water. Because even when I serve people who are on a lot of either pharmaceuticals, or I deal with a lot of people who are addicts on different types of crazy drugs and whatnot, those people cannot drink 2 liters of water.
Hmm.
And I kind of come here, I drink 2 liters of water, and then we serve combo medicine. That's a lot of overwhelming for a lot of people. As far as here's 2 cups of this little smoothie I got, and it's maybe whether you like it or not. Some people love it, and a real quick chug it down. But it really, really does help the process of throwing up and getting well. It literally is like night and day for a lot of people who done it the water method and done it this way. A lot of people will say hands down, it's a lot smoother on the body, easier. It also takes away from you don't swell up as much as just doing it with the water. So it does say there's many benefits of doing the cassava way, and it's probably the best way I feel to do combo, especially if it's like your first time. It feels like more easier and gentle.
I love that you have an approach for all sorts of situations.
Yes.
That's so important, because as I was listening to you, I was going, oh my God, I just don't know. This is like hard on me. And then Neil flashed his arm. Could you flash that again, Neil?
Yeah. So this is Andre's touch right here. This is my third one I got, but the other 2 disappeared, and normally they don't disappear on people. I only got 4, but my wife is a little more hardcore than I am, so she gets 5 every time. But I'm always like, what's one less than the most I can get? So
how long is the ceremony for the combo then, that you're in the ceremony with people?
So if I like more like max, a little bit less than that, 2 hours. Though if you do the group sessions on Saturdays, we have up times like 10, maybe no more than like 15 people in here usually, and that'll probably be like around 3 hours. And that's just because we offer like hot medicine, a tobacco snuff. I have a whole little I do a little breath work, meditation, prayer. We do the first medicine, which is the tobacco snuff, as known as hape or
I've
rape.
had that. I've
Then
had
we do the
that.
combo more or less. And then we end with the Sananga eye drops, and it's a really powerful eye burning medicine, but really healing, really healing.
Okay, so
So-
you're also doing
I
eye
think even
burn medicine.
I
Huh?
did it. So she's talking about the eye drops. So the actual combo portion is maybe up to 30 minutes, but the whole ceremony is
Yeah,
like
that's
2 to
pretty-
3 hours because he puts you in the energy of it all. It's like a whole ceremony. So it's not like you're on a medicine the whole time. It's like he really makes you feel comfortable
Yeah.
by doing all these other things, helping you breathe, connect with yourself, and then it goes into that, and then the sananga afterwards.
So someone made a comment on the chat that they didn't do this because of the water. So I'm thinking they're very, very happy to hear about what you're giving them. And I do have a little side question for personal. Is that drink good for any other plant medicine to help your purging? Because I'm a purger. All right. I hate to state that. If you have something to make it easy.
I would honestly, if I had to drink, if I had to go to the ayahuasca ceremony, I'd probably drink like a cup or two of cassava just to like make it more gentle on the body.
And is that your own?
I was like, unless most people are like, I actually suggest you do combo before you do an ayahuasca ceremony. That's how most tribes work with it. Just so when you're in an ayahuasca ceremony, you're not purging. You're able to just sit there, pray, download, and you're not worrying about using the restroom or throwing up in a bucket.
So that goes into a question from Joran. So the question here is, I heard that it's not good to take ayahuasca and combo in quick succession. Is that true? And he's talking about within a few days of each other. So what's your take on that?
Honestly, as I know and my knowledge and my experience, it's probably best do it. Tribes. I know tribes do it before, literally right before, like the day of, and right before you walk into ayahuasca ceremony, and then even some people do it right after, right when you walk out of it. And the reason that being is, it's a grounding medicine. Kambo is not psychedelic, not whatsoever. And it's just cleansing mind, body, and soul. So like I said, it literally, if you do Kambo before you do ayahuasca, or even say if you went to go sit with a peyote medicine ceremony, which you do, sometimes people get well on that and throw up. I know people that did Kambo right before they did the peyote and they're like, oh, I didn't throw up, and everybody else is getting well. And I just felt there and I would sit there and pray and just felt good and felt the good energy of the medicine, So, but even right after the ceremony, I would say some people on ayahuasca or the psychedelics, whatever it is, it's hard for them to get grounded or they're still stuck in the astrals and they're like, oh man, like they don't really know how to integrate maybe that experience. And Kambo is really great at kind of just like bringing you back to the and just like flushing out any last energies or whether in the body. Sometimes I've had people that did ayahuasca with our retreats and they didn't want to do the Kambo the next day, but they held like that stuff in their gut, whatever the ayahuasca was like still working with and cleansing them with. And, they just felt sick the next day or two. So I kept telling them, hey, instead of being sick, let's just do Kambo real quick and you push out that sickness and you'll be done in, 15, 30 minutes, and they didn't want to do it that way. So I was all good. I respect everybody to their decision. And I let my brother just sit with it. And he kind of, he just took an extra day to recover from the ayahuasca ceremony. So, I mean, in the end, I would say, to each his own, but I don't think it's a bad thing to do necessarily. I think it's a more positive thing. Good thing.
So it's more like.
So I hope I answered that question.
Yeah, so it's more like checking in with yourself and where you're at and not forcing yourself to do something you're not comfortable with.
I saw these questions here.
Right?
Yeah. I just opened the chat. I didn't realize there was a whole chat going on.
Yeah, so people are just asking where you're located. So where can people find out info and get connected with this?
The Kambo?
Yeah, how can they find out more
right
info?
Here,
and how
my studio, Ace Chakra Studio. If you want more information on the Kambo, you can go to vivakambo.org. It's Viva, VIVA, and then Kambo, KAMBO.org. I'll type it in for everybody on the message board. But that's where the website, and then you can follow us on social media, whether you have Facebook or Instagram. We post a lot of information on there. But we do group sessions every Saturday here at the space. and we do the private ones on weekdays. Either my wife started serving again too, and she actually has a goddess ceremony that's coming up the 27th of this month. So it's probably that, but one amongst the ladies, they went with Kambo and amongst the only the. So she does. My wife does. Yeah. So if you feel more aligned to that, you know, a lot of ladies
I
do.
didn't hear that, I didn't hear that at all,
Um,
except that it's a goddess ceremony.
excuse me?
Yeah, I think
I
Andre was
missed that
saying
question. I kind of caught the tail end of it. What did you say?
I think you were saying that there's a goddess ceremony going on, and your wife is going to be facilitating Kambo for that, correct?
And other plants, right?
Yes, she is. No, just for that's the 27th. It's just
Okay.
pretty much a hotbed. Same thing what we do for the combo ceremonies, but a little more like, you know, more feminine, divine feminine touch.
Right,
I'll be like
right.
doing like a little divine feminine tarot card reading. Religion.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll do that and a little Reiki, and you know.
I think I like that. So she said she's adding a feminine touch to the combo, which is feeling like a real masculine medicine, by the way. And I think that's part of my reaction. It's like, oh my God. So there's a way through the goddess energy too, to soften it up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say on even on that note, and bringing that up on that subject, combo has been since I've been, you know, facilitating ceremonies for the past 5 years now. It's been predominantly mostly females who've been leading the way of healing. We've had ceremonies where me and my brother Victor here are holding we're like our own goddess ceremony. We have nothing but females, you know, here holding space, and it was weird where they needed that touch. We're like, oh man, or like they needed that vulnerability or that comfort of like, hey, we found these nice men who are really
Right.
balanced and we're embodying that divine masculine, divine feminine, and really holding space with this medicine in a safe way, so they could, you know, feel vulnerable and heal. But yeah, I would say this lately, since this past year, since COVID, men have finally stepped up, which is thank God, because I feel like men have a lot of ego, or men have a lot of trauma from maybe past lifetimes because they've been warriors or whatever it was. You know, I feel like men have a lot of healing that we need to do, and you know, it's tough to really step up to the plate and face that shadow self and think, hey man, I really need to heal and let go of this energy and stuff. But so yeah, I would say, you know, women have been leading the way of healing, but now I feel like, you know, since COVID or whatnot, men have finally been stepping up, and we have having like mostly men and like one women lately, and I've been tripping out on that because it's cool. This is with that lady I was talking about earlier, Elswith, who's around your age. She was observant of that. She's like, wow, it's mostly women here, but now it's the first ceremony she sat with all men, and she was like super happy, and like her energy, that life force, you know, she's elderly, older, but she was like so full of life and everything. And
I love it.
boy,
I think we lost you again,
like,
brother.
the way I see it is Kambo is a warrior medicine. It's a warrior medicine, and it helps awaken that warrior within each and one of us, that divine masculine, divine feminine, you know, however you want to see yourself. But
Seriously.
yeah.
Andre, thank you so much, brother. Truly love and appreciate you. And
Yeah.
thank you for everything you're doing. And people can connect with you at vivakambo.com. But is there any way, is that where they should go if they want to book a session as well? Can you say that again? We've missed that.
I'm taking everybody either through like DMs on Instagram or just through the texts and calls. Or
What's your Instagram?
Oh boy.
Almost there. Well, go ahead and post it in the room because we can't hear you.
Okay. Oh man. I said, yeah.
We
I
got
don't know,
you now.
Instagram, Facebook. Some people call what do you call it? Some people call me, text me, and some people just show up. They know we're having ceremony here every Saturday at 10 a.m. So they'll just show up and, hey, is there space? Yeah, there's space, you know. So I usually, like I said, I usually don't turn anyone down as long as there's room for them.
Cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my
Is that good?
email in there
Did you guys
too.
hear that?
Yeah, we hear all that. So, you know, I can also connect people with you. Thank you, Andre. Love you, brother.
I learned so much. Thank you so much. You made it so accessible to
All right.
us.